Hi guys, it's the Devil, and today we are going undercover on the internet to answer your questions about me. Ooh. I love the internet. I invented it. One of my proudest creations. I just feel like it brings the best out of people. I feel like it really opens us up to like the most potential a human being has to being the worst version of themselves. And that's what I'm here for. So, I mean, it's honest work, it's humble work, but I'm pretty proud of it. Okay, we're starting with threads. Binge Queen says, I invented binging. What's the best perk of being the devil? Asking for a friend. People love romanticizing my job. Let me be the first to tell you it's not easy. I work like 6 hours a day sometimes. I get about 8 emails regularly, like once a week. And that is just like sometimes really overwhelming for someone like me because I have ADHD. But if I had to pick the biggest perk of my job, I guess it would be really getting to see people shine. And by that, I mean watching them burn in hell. I think that is a really special thing that I get to bear witness to at least 1 to 70 times a day. Big Mood Brie, that's a disgusting phrase. I'm sorry. I invented Big Mood. I regret it. Same with like doggo and adulting, all of those BuzzFeed terms. I also invented BuzzFeed. Big Mood Brie says, do you ever get PTO or is it really eternal damnation down there? You know, in my workspace, I want people to be happy and healthy and have a really good work-life balance. So I am regularly taking PTO. I enjoy trips to Mar-a-Lago. I love heading to Chick-fil-A corporate. I like going jet skiing with Sean Penn. All of those are really like ways that I wind down. And I would say I take about 160 to 180 days PTO a year. Hellbound and Sassy says, how does it feel to be the most talked about and misunderstood guy in history? Well, first of all, thank you so much for saying I am the most talked about, and thank you so much for saying I'm the most misunderstood. I am the most misunderstood because a lot of people forget that I love to have fun, and that's like primary goal number one for me all the time. And just because I have this job does not mean that stops me from partying and just, you know, like having a general joie de vivre. You know, I would say with the rise of reality dating competitions and TikTok Live, I have never felt more understood in my entire career. Snap Crackle Cat says, is hell really just an underground sauna, or is that just PR? If hell was an underground sauna, I think we'd all want to go there. I mean, I have been to plenty of parties with an underground sauna, and they were pretty different from hell, I'll say that. But either way, you're going to get spit roasted. Bookish Bandit says, if you could rebrand yourself, what would you be? I would like to lean into the world of character acting. I think I'd be an amazing actress. And unfortunately, as some of us know, Jessica Simpson got her start in the entertainment industry a little bit before me. So it was hard when that happened. It hit hard for me with sharing the name. And I thought maybe I could just go as the devil, but unfortunately, again, Sean Penn exists. So Midnight Muse says, do you actually get to approve the weather up here? Well, I mean, I did invent global warming, and I think you guys have been killing it with that one ever since. So thank you for picking up where I left off. Otherwise, no. Soul Patch 69 says, if someone wants to sell their soul, do you do Venmo or is it cash only? I do accept Venmo, but please, if you're going to Venmo me, do not put in the description what it's for because then I get taxed on it. So just send me like a few emojis and I'll know that it's for this. Underworld Tourism says, any vacation spots you'd recommend? Times Square. I love Hollywood Boulevard. I'm a huge fan of Florida as a concept. I mean, I also love the Pines. Now we are moving on to Instagram comments. Heavenly Reject says, be real. Did you invent the spicy margarita? Girl, I wish. The only drinks that I invented were pre-regulation Four Loko and White Claws. Lost Gary says, what are some inventions you wish you could take credit for? Oh my god, I have so many. I mean, the way that iPhones no longer come with chargers in the boxes when you buy them, that's genius. Wrapping paper, flushable wipes. They're not flushable. The mastermind that invented the instability of a Dunkin' Donuts coffee order. If you know what I mean, you know exactly what I mean. You're never gonna get the same coffee twice. And that is, I mean, I wish that was me. The fact that Diet Coke is like a little bit scary. Like, it's like not, but it's like, is it? Dorm rooms? Dry January. Gay people. Sorry. Heat Waves says, best soundtrack for hell. I've said it before, I'll say it a million times, it's all Ava Max. It's Ava Max front to back every album. Little Bit Wicked says, do you consider yourself an influencer or are you above all that? Let me just lay this one out for you because I actually realized this recently. It kind of gagged me. So you're Adam, you're Eve, right? You're minding your own business. You look disgusting. Eve needed to see a threading specialist more than anyone I've ever seen in my entire life. Imagine you're them. You're just like happy looking disgusting and miserable and like not eating apples. I show up. I'm like, hey, you guys, like today I'm going to show you an amazing tip for like looking a little bit less disgusting. And like the tip is eat an apple. Like try this apple. Like 1 apple a day is like an amazing vibe. They have the apple, they eat it. Everything goes to literally hell. But was that not influencing? I've kind of been there. Vintage Misfit says, who is your favorite mortal or do you not play favorites? It's so hard to pick just one because, I mean, again, like I said earlier, you all suck so much lately, which is so good for me. Sharon says, I read somewhere that you actually prefer eternal damnation to heaven. Is that true? Hell has an open bar and a salt and straw. I don't really think heaven has much to compare that to. Debbie says, can people bring pets to hell or is it exclusively for humans? All birds end up in hell. That's just like a rule. And lastly, we have John here asking me some of my favorite sins. And I love answering this question. I'll answer it a million times. Let's get to work. Fantasy football, bodega weed, credit cards, a nice hot 80-degree day in November in New York City, deviated septums, clairs, ear piercings, clairs, horses, men, landfills, racist Halloween costumes, ageism, money. I think it's money. Big trucks, tiny cars, just like being itchy. Well, that's all the time I have today. Thank you so much for watching and thank you to GQ for having me.